Hi, anyone and everyone. This is Kim, the Humble Hermit from Come As You Are Oracle. I'm going to do a collective oracle and affirmations for today. Today is Sunday, January 25th, 2026. Sorry, it's like something. You may follow me on the Talk the Tube, my blog or not. Totally up to you. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. It all might resonate. It's affirmations. We're using the Purring Prophet, Messages from the Litter Box, Mercy Morgana. You can find us at ripeavocadowitch.com. I think it's my new Sunday favorite. I did a quick shuffle 3 times over. I pulled 3 cards, top, bottom, and middle. We've got You Smell Different. Explain. Where have you been? Who have you touched? Do I smell another animal? This is a betrayal. You may brush me, but not there. Brush carefully, mortal. The belly is a trap, and the back legs will strike without warning. I see the camera. I turn. You wanted a cute photo? Too bad. Only blurry butt pics for you. Look at that cute little tush. I love tushies. I love a good tush. That's why I like corgis. They have the best little butts and the cutest little stubby tails. Oh, man. Okay, so I'm gonna say this, and I don't know why I'm getting this. This ain't no love oracle. This ain't no sexton oracle. But I'm just gonna throw it out there because it's what I felt when the cards first fell out. Okay. And again, feminine, masculine, it doesn't matter. Somebody is gonna be. So what I get is somebody's gonna cheat. So this would be somebody that's either married or in a committed relationship, but they're gonna cheat. It's actually gonna be a trap. Like whoever they're gonna cheat with, that person doesn't care. Like they're just looking for somebody for a good time. They're just looking for somebody to give them money. They're just looking for somebody to support them. It would almost, and I'm not necessarily getting this, but it would almost be like somebody cheating on their spouse with someone, and then that someone blackmails them. Like, oh, I'm going to tell your spouse. It kind of gives that kind of vibe, but I'm not really getting the blackmail part. It's just like, somebody, my palm is itching. Somebody cheating on their person, and then they're taking care of that other person, giving them gifts, giving them money. Again, it's a trap. That's what that person wants. Like they're just sleeping with them to get something out of it, whether it's just the sex, whether it's a gift, whether it's money, whatever the case. And whoever that person is, they're going to turn their back on them. Like it's just a game to them. They don't care. Like again, it was just for sex, it was for money. It could have even been for like if it was at work, like if somebody cheated with somebody at work, maybe they just want a better position, they want more pay, something like that. Like that's what it gives. Like somebody using somebody to like better themselves in some type of way. Um, and then that person that cheated, I mean, like they're going to be left out in the cold. What was the point of that? Now, not only are you a cheater, but you're also an asshole. You know what I mean? Like they left you looking like an asshole, We hear stories about that all the time. People do that all the time. I heard a story on TikTok. He's a doctor that does his own like call-in show. And now he videotapes it and puts like on TikTok. I'm sure like Instagram, I'm sure other places, but I see it on TikTok all the time. And this guy called in and said that he had cheated on his wife with someone from work. Oh, no. Okay. No. He had gotten into a relationship with somebody from work, a woman who was married, and had a kid. Well, they got together. She was going through her divorce. She was going to divorce the husband. She has a kid, right? They get together. Then they have 2 kids while she's still getting divorced. Like, it takes that long for her to go through her divorce. I'll talk about that in a second. He finds out after she gets divorced and they finally get married. Okay. Like between 2 to 3 years later. Okay. Now they have 3 kids. He has 2 kids with her. She has her other kid. She's cheating on him with somebody else she's working with because, oh, by the way, she went and got a job somewhere else and now she's cheating on him with somebody else that she works with. And the guy was like, like, he was upset. He was really upset. He was crying on air. He was like, I just can't believe it. He's like, but at the same time, he's like, I feel like what I got. He says he feels like he got what he got because of what happened. Because even though he wasn't cheating on somebody, he was single, she was cheating on her husband, and he knew it, and he was still sleeping with her. And he feels like he was getting his karma. He was getting his kickback or lickback or, well, no, that's a positive thing, right? And whatever. He felt like he was getting karma. The thing about the divorce, her and the guy had 1 kid. Why did it take 2 years to get divorced? I'm just going to say this. I will never understand people. The ex-husband and I did our own divorce. You have to technically be separated. I think in Illinois, it's like 7 months, 8 months, something like that. 9 months, maybe, that you're technically supposed to be separated. You can divide your own assets. You can go down to the courthouse. You can file for divorce. The person that files pays, and the person that doesn't file pays. It's like 2 separate fees, technically, because they assume you're not together. So, like, him and I went down and paid for it all together, right? And filed our paperwork, got our court date. They changed our court date because our court date was like the day after New Year's or something like that. So it went from like January 2nd to January 4th. We went in. There was one section of our paperwork that needed to be fixed, and they sent us out into the vestibule of the courthouse with a legal aid, college student, something like that, like somebody learning on the job, basically. And she helped us fill that out. We went back in. The judge finished with the one client and brought us back up. We were divorced. All she asked was, did we divide our own assets? Did I want to change my name back at some point, which I did, my maiden name, and asked if it was okay with my ex-husband, right? Because I took his name before. And then that was it. She signed off on the paperwork. We went downstairs. Because it was still like after COVID, we both went to like a little cubby and watched another judge like on a live circuit. We each had headphones, and the judge had us recite. You have to like recite like a speech thing back to the judge saying that you understand and all this stuff, and you're now divorced. And then you're divorced. That judge signs your papers. You can order your papers, however much it is per copy, and have it delivered to your home, which is what I did. I ordered 4 copies. I gave him 1 and I kept the 3 only because I didn't trust him to take 2. But like, it was that simple. And I think even after paying the fee, I think it was less than $700 for us to get our own divorce. And it literally took us, we went and filed, I want to say September, October, and we were divorced in January. 2 years to get divorced? You're getting scammed. And the only thing I could think of is that whole story that I just recited to you that I saw on TikTok, is maybe the woman was trying to fight for like money and all that kind of stuff. Like, gee, I would think if you fell in love with another person, you wouldn't really be concerned about that you'd want your freedom and you'd want custody of your kid, and that would be enough, right? I don't know. I don't understand people. And I've said this before, like, I myself, like, I pretty much gave my ex-husband whatever he wanted just because I wanted out of that relationship, you know? And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying I gave him stuff that I shouldn't have given him or anything like that. I mean, like, for example, I let him have whatever Lego collection I had. For the most part, I think I took a few things, and then I gave him all my comic books. I'm like, what am I going to do with like, I'm not, because I had stopped collecting comic books while we were still married. So I was like, you can have them, like, whatever. Like, there were just things like I didn't care. I wanted out of the marriage. I wanted it to be done and over, and that was that. You would think if you were having an affair on your spouse that you would just want out, you know? I don't know. Anyway, something is going on here where somebody's gonna cheat and then realize that it really wasn't worth it in the long run. I'm going to leave it there. I hope it resonates for somebody or not. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you were entertained. I'll talk to you later. Bye.